Howdy folks, haven't cranked out a beat in a while, and there's a taxi listing I want to submit to that's due tomorrow, so I figured I'd just throw a quick video together, see how this goes. So I've started a project. I started loading up some instruments, and I thought, hey, this would be a good quick video to see how my trap creation workflow is running these days. So starting at the top left here, I've got my traditional 808, my go-to Urban Warfare. This is just 808 Warfare. This is a fantastic library. I've used it in literally hundreds of trap tracks. And then I've got a bunch of samples from I'm a Music Mogul. I am a Music Mogul on YouTube. Fantastic channel. He's got a great sample library pack. So I've got some things that I dragged into the samplers. And I just finished uploading a keyboard from the Hydra. Is it Hydra or Haifa? Let me open it up real quick here. Yeah, Haifa from Native Instruments, and I chose something. And so I'm just going to kind of build something there. Looking for a trap instrumental, kind of dark, kind of modern sounding. Tempo is kind of slow, 80 to 90 BPM. So let's just kind of start cooking and see what we come up with. Okay, that works for me. Quantize it. I should have quantized the 8ths instead of 16ths, but we can fix it pretty easily. So those are main underscore. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce that in place. Why did I do that? Because I wanted to reverse it, but I've got... Now, if I reverse the whole thing, let's try that first. Just that D flat. This is F minor. I'm doing a flat 6 to 5. That's that D flat to C movement you hear. Let's reverse my track here. Bam. Let's put it back with the original just for grins to see how the harmonies overlap. Okay, that's one option. Let me undo that for a second here. I'm going to duplicate this track. And I'm going to chop it up this time into... Let's chop it into 1 beat pieces and reverse the individual beats. Let's see what that sounds like by itself first. Okay, so it keeps the harmonic movement the same when you reverse it just 1 beat at a time. So now let's put it back with the original. Versus the original together, and okay, I think that works. It adds a little grittiness to it, a little difference to it. Now I'm going to do a little panning, see if that makes a difference on the stereo patch. Okay, that's good. Maybe not as, it's kind of, well, no, we're going to keep it there. Now for fun, let's add the original full reversed section to see if it makes a mess or not. Okay, I don't think I need the full one. I'll turn that off for now. Group this back together. So J for join. Yes, create a new audio file. So now it's reversed. So keys reversed. Spell it properly. By beat. Okay, bam. So I got some notes there. So we're going to keep that as is. Now let's get a beat going before we add a counter melody. So I usually start the 808. And I chose a slide. Let me show you this here. I'll just start from the beginning. 808 Warfare. Got a lot of choices here. Clean, compressed, blah, blah, blah. But then there's slide basses in here. And I chose the compressed slide. Now if I go with the clean slide, I think I'm gonna go with the dirtier sound. We'll go with the compressed. So let's see what that gives us. Let's go 16th on that one. I want that downbeat. Okay. We'll keep with that. That second part might be too busy for this listing. But we'll go with it for now. Now let's add a kick drum. Kind of clean. And I want the kick drum to kind of avoid the 808, to avoid that conflict. We can always fix that with sidechaining, but let's see what we got here. Got some 30 seconds in there, so let's get those out of here, out of the quantization real quick. And now we can do that here, highlight them there, get them nice and clean, 30 seconds. Okay, let's get a little snare action here. And again, these 5 drums right here are from the I'm a Music Mogul 2023 sample pack. And shoot, today's the 23rd, so he should be releasing this month's sample pack. I got a video on reviewing Adam's sample packs. It's a really cool concept. He releases, for one price, you buy the annual sample pack, and he releases a new update every month on the 23rd. Last year was 2022. Did I say 19? Last year was 2022, and he did, on the 22nd, he'd release a new pack. Now, this is 2023. This is the 2023 pack. So on the 23rd of the month, he releases a new pack. So I should be getting an email today because I bought the pack. And I think originally it was $50 or $60, but when you signed up early, it was $23. So, but anyway, it's totally cool. Real nice sounds. And, but I'll link the video at the end. So you can check out my review, an overview of the concept that he sells. Really, really cool stuff. So I've got my kick. Let's get me some snare action here. That works. Repeat it. Join it. And add some perk to it. Before I go further, I got to do my color coding. If you watch my videos, you know I like to have my stuff color coded. Percussion's always red, bass is blue. Makes it easier for me to come back and do alt mixes and things like that. And all my melodic stuff is some kind of purple usually. Yes, that looks fine for my palette. Okay, so now we got a basic beat. But what's missing? Those pesky trap hi-hats that really define the sound. So I've got my hat that I picked out already. I'm going to create a pattern region here. And let's see. Now that's hi-hats by itself, but we got to make it trappy. So let's do some velocity first here. I'll have the downbeat as the highest. And then we'll kind of drag downward to get some humanness to it. Let's focus on just the hi-hat right now. Now you'll pulse, but we don't have those nice divisions. So let's go back to our note repeat. And let's see what we got here. Let's go back to the whole thing for a second. So let's do this. Okay, that's good. We got the velocity, we got the splits. So we got a pattern there. And now I'm going to add some pitch to it. So let's convert our pattern to a MIDI region. Now we got our hats. But in trap, the hats can get spicy. How so? By changing the pitch. What does that sound like now? I'm holding on the shift key when I click and drag so that they stay properly aligned. Let's do this. Let me drag these up to where I can't hear them. I got really bad ears. My right side is almost totally deaf. And so I can't hear really high things. Like if I were to pan this hi-hat to the far right, I wouldn't hear it. And it gets worse above, 10K. So I rely a lot on mono mixing to help me get things where they should be balance-wise, and also Stephen Slate's VSX headphones, which are worth their weight in gold, especially if you have any sort of hearing problems or a poorly treated room. I'll have links for those products in the comments, not comment, there's the description of the video below. Kind of a tedious process, but I think the end result is worth it. We'll keep that one the same. Let's solve that for a second here. Sure, so we'll keep that the same. I could just repeat that, but maybe, yeah, we'll do that. We cut that in half. Since I did all that work, I'll just do that instead of re-editing the second half, and then we'll change the back a little bit. It's subconscious. It's so subtle that the fourth bar will have a slightly different hi-hat pattern. Hello. Ooh, that was really strange. Gremlins. I don't know what the hell that was. I am an older Mac, and I hope to be replacing this thing next month with a nice new studio. This Mac is 8 years old. It's a Mac Mini. I'm running Logic 1015, and my hard drive is nearly full, which is bad. Generally speaking, if your hard drive is above 80% full, you're going to start running into performance problems on your computer. Whether it's a spinning drive or an SSD, it doesn't matter. But 80% utilization is really where you want to stop, and then start looking at expanding your drive, replacing it. So let's hear what the new hat sounds like by itself. I'm going to take the velocity down on this guy's here because that kind of jumps out at me. Yeah, take the velocity down on half these guys. Same thing there. Do a couple of these here. Get a little zip, a little swell to it. I like that. Okay, let's hear it with the whole beat. On the 808 while we're at it. And while we're at that, right now the bass is fine, but I like making it wide using a tool called Wide from I'm Music Mogul. Grab Wide, put it in there. And let's listen to that. And now I got a nice big wide bass. It's kind of contrary to some producers' mindsets because you always hear bass, mono, center, down the middle. But I think in modern trap you can go with that. Without, here's it with, I'm sorry. Without its center, its focus, it's still good. But to my ear, that just sounds better. Okay. So we've got this basic pad going on here. We need some kind of, a melody of some sort, maybe a counter melody as well. So let's stick with Haifa. Let me add a new track. Put it up here, and let's find a different patch to use. Okay, so that sounds too similar to the keyboard patch. Okay, listen to that. Does that sound like it's a half step off to you? That's an F. But if I play the track, I'm not going crazy. I swear that's up a half step. Check the pitch bend wheel. Wrong. I'm playing E, but the track's an F. Maybe I'll slice this video out to thunder what the heck's going on, because why is it off by half step? This has been happening the past week or two for me. I thought I was just getting tired because I'm writing lots of music, and suddenly things be off a half step. Let's change the patch and see if it comes back. We're back. That's an F. Go back to the... We'll go with that one, I guess. Not sure if you can hear that airplane. I live relatively close, as in 2 miles from a major Air Force base where they train pilots. So sometimes it sounds like Pearl Harbor over here. The T-6 is coming in. It's getting near 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's time for the pilots to come make their landings. Alrighty, back to the focus here. So, got a lot of effects on that. Maybe I want less. We'll go with that. It's got kind of a Phrygian feel to it, flat 2. Let's just put something down. Not quite. Let's try that. That works. Okay, melody 1, and let's add a second one in here and do a separate patch. Sure, we'll do that. It's detuned, distorted. What do we want here? And right now I'm just stacking up all the ideas. I'm going to split all these things up and spread it out as needed for our 2 minutes or so that we need for the track. Let's see. Let me drop that melody down an octave for a second here, see how that sounds. Yeah. Okay, we'll go with that. I'm going to bring the melody down in volume a bit. Let's add melody 2, counter melody here. As simple as it gets right there. I'm starting flat 7, flat 3, 5, flat 2. Let's start on the... No, we're going to stick with it. That's going to be in the background, kind of quiet. We'll add that for tension every now and then. Okay, so now I've got plenty of elements. Right now it's really thick because everything's playing at once. Maybe I should add a dark low pad. Let me see here. Well, let's go back to one of the reference tracks and see. I got to cut that because I don't want a copyright strike, so I'll check that and come back and edit that out. Okay, I just checked out the 3 references again. 2 of the 3 do not have any pads. 1 of the 3 does have kind of a droning pad, so maybe we'll add a pad in here. What am I going to add for a pad? I've got some neat stuff from Lethal that I've used for several years, and I don't think these sound very dated because it's a drone. I mean, it's pretty basic stuff. Okay, that works for me. Let me keep that, take that G flat out of there, keep it just a drone on the F. All right. Now, what are we gonna do? Okay, so this listing requires the track be 2 to 4 minutes long. That's actually a long time. Most, things that I submit to libraries are 2.5 minutes max. Sometimes they ask for 1.5 minutes. But we've got everything we need here. So let's just take all this and repeat it a bunch of times. Command R. Where am I at here? I got 1.5 minutes. Need a lot more. So there's 2.5 minutes. So that's I think safe. They said 2 to 4 minutes. 2.5 is fine. Want to maintain interest. So there's the whole track, just everything in it. So now the fun begins. Let us begin the editing. So let's break this down some. Intro. Generally, you don't have a lot going on. Maybe the hat comes in. And put that up there. The melody's not going to happen either. No, we might have that come in kind of quietly. We'll do a EQ sweep on these guys here. So add an EQ to my pluck. Why? Because I want to do a sweep. So let's do A. Go to my EQ, high cut frequency. Click to get the line in place. Okay. Everybody come together. Okay, I want to have that pluck be the only thing I hear in the last couple beats. So we're going to take this and this. We'll have the 2 beats here. So the last 4 bars sound like this. Okay, now that begs for some kind of cymbal roll or sweep or a riser plus an impact and a downbeat when everybody comes in. So let's go get a reverse sound. Okay, we'll take this and then we'll edit it a bit. I don't think I need to edit that. That sounds fine. Let's get an impact. Do we have any impacts in here? No, let's see. Let's do this here. Look for. Let's do that. Get over there. Okay, I'll just drop you in this way. A lot of mud in that bottom left here, so all that down here below 40, I just cut that out. Alrighty. We'll stick with that for now. So we got our intro. And then, let's see, so I'll edit that here. I don't need this here. Then we'll bring everybody back in here. Now thinking about it, the references were they were less active. I'm sorry, less busy. Active, busy, same thing. All this key stuff I got going on. Okay, something you hear sometimes. Yeah, I'll do that. Then we'll have that. Deleted that. Just adding some more dynamics, impact there. Tell you what, let's turn this sucker back on. Just notice that's not reversed. Did I undo that reversed? That's right, and when I back earlier, I did not reverse it. I mean, I reversed it, then I put it back to slice it up. So let's reverse you. I thought something was just not working there. There we go. So let me reverse these guys too. Get rid of all of them there. I want to keep one copy around, but let's see here. So now that I got that going on, let's put that one back here. Delete that one, so we're adding some sonic variety. Make that a slightly different color just so I know it's different. Okay. I still need more breakdown. I've got a little bit. We'll do a breakdown right here. So let's simplify the bass pattern. So same pattern, just removing notes. Coming in from this. Let's get rid of that kick. Still too busy. Let's just take everything except the downbeats. And let's get rid of this here. That pad, now that I'm hearing that pad by itself, I think it needs some more life. We got some other stuff. I got something from Cymatics recently. Let's do Origin. This is basically going to add some tape saturation and wobble and such to it. By itself. What's it sound like in the mix now? Got to add that last note in the bass. Don't want to end in the flat 2. Trim the end, smooth that down a bit. Alrighty. Okay. I think I got a basic form here. I'll probably do some more tweaking still. That's right. You know, I don't have a snap in here, because I can go between the snap and the snare. I usually do that. So let's go get a snap. Let's go back to mobile stuff here. Is there not a snap in here? There we go. So this is how I normally bring my samples in. I'll drag them more to the left and create a quick sampler so that I have a keyboard instead of dragging samples in. Okay, so then we'll just take a Is that me dragging? No, I'm not. That's the sample. Good. It's just a slight little delay, which adds a little sauce to it. So repeat that, join it, and then run it through. That was Command R, in case you missed that earlier. So we're all in at the top here, and then I generally have, you know, snare and clap together to give fullness when I want a lot of noise, but then I go between snare and clap. So we'll come out here, here. The breakdown, that's the snap for sure. Let's try that, do that. Okay, let's see what we got here. That double kick, now I'm hearing it more often. That da-da-da. It's not really what I'm going for. I don't like the sound. It might just be a dynamics thing if I do this. But I could also do this. Those 30 seconds or 64ths? Nope, those are 64ths, so let's do it that way. Then let's do some dynamics here. What does that give us? Gives us this. Is that where I want it though? Maybe slide it over now to give me the kick into the snare. Okay, yeah, I can see my kick, it needs some more dynamics in here. Because it's loud all the time, it's not good. And when you're playing real drums, the kick's not always the same velocity. Okay, I think that's better than the original one. So let me just replicate that. Gotta take that one out there, right here. So now I overwrote the old kick with a new kick. Now, a lot of times there's stops and starts with the kick, with the snares, with the hats, etc., like a beat off or so. Let's see here. Coming off the last phrase. One more time, let's hear the whole phrase. What was that? I heard that again. Guess we got to save our work. I might be running into some memory issues as well, so let's save this project. And now that key does get old after a while, so let's do some EQ automation on that as well. Same thing in this guy. Okay, so now EQ automation really can add a lot of variety to a track, sonic variety, make things not the same all the time. So I'm going to do this here. So let's start from the beginning. The very beginning, we actually had it full. We could do a fade in just by hair. Okay, save that. Now, still lots to do. I think in general, the plucks, the melodies, maybe use a little more reverb, more atmosphere. Maybe the same for the keys. So let's I gotta do some cleanup here. These guys here, that's my hi-hat, that's gonna be red too. Bada bing bada pluck, pipe back keys. Okay. So I'm going to send all these guys to a bus because I have not added any effects to this thing yet. So what are we going to add? Let's go get some vintage, some Valhalla. Let's go. Let's try. You know, I just got Supermassive. I've actually not used it before. Let's see what that gives me. So let's focus on the pluck here. Let's get a loop section where everybody's playing. Right here. Okay, so I already like that. It's the default preset. Way to go, Supermassive. Saturate that sucker. I like that. Let's go with the melody. Already? Let's take a EQ here. So we got. Okay, it's not too bad EQ wise. There's not a lot going on down the bottom end. But we'll just make sure there's no craziness. Now I can probably bring these volumes down. I think I want to have that 808 not as lengthy. Yeah, the release by default was like 2 seconds, I think. mindset here. I'm just adding some variety to the drone so it's not as drony. It's not something you can really hear blatantly, but I think it just makes a difference. Maybe it gets rid of some of the repetitiousness. Is that a word? Actually, I've used that as a name of the track once. Okay, there's not much of a big build ending there, so I'm going to add some other things missing as well. So let us bring in another snare that I'm going to use for fills. So let's go get some more snare action here. And right now I've got the Drake snare. Let's I'll use that Boston. Okay, so drag it over here. Quick sampler. Slide it back up here. Color it red. So now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to add some, type stuff going on here. First, I want to do an ending. Okay, let's try that. So, now we quantize that. Add a little bounce there. So it adds a little variety. Now what I start doing here throughout the track is I just start adding some little snare riffs here and there. See that? It's very, very subtle. So what did I just add? Boom, it's just a little ear candy. And let's just take that little thing I did and just move it in a couple places here. Let's see what it sounds like on the break pattern. That pad short on the break here. That needs some reverb too. Give you some reverb there. Yeah, much better. I think we've got a decent track here. Again, I'm powering it through to meet a deadline. reverb tail fade out. That works. Okay, so now get the main stuff down. Let's go to the master bus and look at some stuff here. Let's go to the busiest section. Take some mud out. Let's look at the keyboards here. EQ. They got some of that muddy 200 to 500K range. What's the melody looking like? Oh, see that mud creeping up? See that stuff happening down here in the bottom left? You can't hear it, but it conflicts with other low bass frequencies. So pull that out of there. Melody 2. Yep, there's some stuff down there. Get rid of that too. What's this perk doing here? Okay, that's clean, that's fine. Okay, now I got the EQ taken care of for the most part. I'm going to throw in let's do VSX for a second, just to do some mixing in mono. So Stephen Slate. I mean, I could do it. I could just do the regular old, you know, what am I looking for? Imaging, direction mixer. I've got this set to default to the stereo to mono. So now we should be in mono. Right now, that little snare fill seems kind of forward. So look how much I just brought the hi-hat down from here to here. Let's get out of mono. I think that sounds a lot better to my ear and a half. My one ear versus my 2 ears. Yeah, mixing in mono has just really been a saver for me. Let's throw in Stephen Slate just for grins, and see what it sounds like in some other rooms. You can see what Stephen Slate looks like. So Stephen Slate created these headphones and software to emulate other listening spaces, because so many folks are mixing with headphones these days. So this is my default profile, which is Stephen's own room. And yeah, I got my choice between this near field monitor, these two mid fields, or these two far fields, I guess you could say. By default, the volume goes a lot lower when you turn this on, so it'll be quieter, but here's what it sounds like, just in my personal default. You should be listening in headphones to really hear the difference here. Let's see what it sounds like in mono. And that 2-second delay I've got built in, it gives your ears a break. But you can disable that. So let's go and browse some rooms that I have. This This is the essential VSX library. There's a whole lot more rooms you can get. Let's listen to this studio here. Now let's do a break to a car. Let's go to the club. Now, those that have ear pods, let's see if this sound like ear pods to you. So in all these rooms, it sounds good to me. I think the initial mono mix I did really helped clear some things up. Now I'm going to pause this and turn the VSX off. Now it's probably going to be about 5 dB louder. Prepare yourself. 3, 2, 1. Now, question is, do I ozone or do I not ozone? Let's drop ozone in there, just for grins to see. And yeah, I know, Ozone 8. Ozone, I think they're up to 11 now, but again, old hardware. So, Ozone is a mastering plugin, very, very powerful. So, here's what it sounds like without. Now, what I like to do is use the mastering assistant to help me on my bad ears. I can choose a preset. You know, there's a bunch of presets here, genre specific. I can say, you know, give me all these things here. It does have a trap one. Okay, let's close that, see what it gives me. Livens it up quite a bit, but I prefer to do the actual assistant where it goes in and analyzes things. And I can choose the reference file. If I have a track I want it to sound like, it will analyze the EQ of that and try to apply it to mine. I'll generally go for a CD target with a medium intensity. Click on next, and it's going to say play. There we go. So now, without. Alrighty, I'm going to go with, because the difference is very subtle. Maybe there's some stuff going on up high that I can't tell. But I think it sounds fine. And I'm going to consider this track done. But I've been going at it for an hour. I'm probably going to save it, bounce it, and then come back this evening. Let's do it again. And I'll probably say, what was I thinking? But let's run through the whole track now, beginning to end. And thank you so much for watching.